Good afternoon, my folks. Thank you for coming back to another Tony Montana video. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing so, or more than better. This is a tribute video. Usually I'm going to be talking about different things, but for the most part, this is a tribute to Simone, my dog, Chico's dog. I found two finalists in the search for a new home for him. I'm waiting for whoever comes first to get it. I am happy for him, for Simone, because he's getting a good home either way. I vetted them enough that I feel comfortable that they're not going to do anything bad with them, or try to crank them like people call it, or I don't believe in that really. But I don't think that's going to happen with these individuals. So I want to give him a tribute. He wasn't a great dog in terms of the breed standard. He wasn't a great dog for me, but he taught me a lot. He taught me how, first, the biggest thing that he taught me is that dog-on-dog penetration can happen. Male-on-male dog penetration can happen, so you need to be careful. So that's number one thing that he taught me. The first and biggest thing is that I know that dry humping could lead to actual penetration. Anyway, I want to talk to him about the background, how I got him. Again, this is all about thanking him for being in my life. I'm not going to do this for all my dogs, but again, he's a special type of dog. Thanks to him, I opened my eyes. I realized that, the guy that I was trying to help in the owner was actually a jerk, a narcissistic jerk, So anyway, what was happening 3 years ago? Well, 3 years ago I was coming back to the dogs, into the dogs. I already had a couple dogs, but I felt like I needed to go into the inner layers of the fraternity to actually get a better dog, or get an elite dog, better level dog. And I figured, let me reach out to this guy. I had not spoken to him for a long time, and I said, hey, I'm figuring, dude, you've been around for so long, you have to have something worthwhile. You have to, and especially you're Honduran, I'm Salvadorian, similar cultures, countries next to each other. Figure, let me help. Let me be that. Let me be the guy that takes that, whatever his dogs are, to New York and showing them to be great dogs. That's what my main intention was. I'm a person that likes to be helpful. So I'm like, hey, let me do it. At the time I got Simone, I already had another dog from Chico. That dog was a son of Bagman to Lady Cadillac. Son of Bagman to a Lady Cadillac that I got from a guy in Oklahoma. I actually drove over there to Oklahoma to get him. Again, being helpful, but the dog didn't work out. The dog was just a bully. A bully in terms of, if he saw a little dog, she would get all aggressive. But if he saw big dogs or his size, he literally wanted to cross the street so he wouldn't cross paths with those dogs. Literally. So I'm like, all right, I can't have him. So I gave him away. I gave that dog away. And Chico said, all right, I'm gonna give you my pick of the litter. I'm gonna do my mental psyche thing, and I'm gonna pick you the best of these litter that I'm gonna give you. And I go, okay. I'm like, all right, Chico, whatever you think is best. I'm going on. You know your dog's better than me, so he gave me Simone. Now his real name is Simone Bolivar. Oh, excuse me, I always mispronounce his last name because English, Spanish. Simone Bolivar. And who that guy is a very famous historic person that helped a lot of the South American countries gain the liberation from Spain. The guy, the general, wanted the entire Americas to be one country or one empire, or one, he wanted to unite all these lands. And I felt that was the best name for this dog because I wanted to do that with Chico and the rest of the fraternity through this dog. I was like, all right, I'm gonna try to do my best to make this dog the best it can be, so that I can showcase. Oh, look, you might not like how he talks, you may not like the things he's saying, but he got a good dog. Even though I know he didn't have, I know he didn't have good dogs with the dogs I just left. I'm thinking, you know, it could have been, it could, you know, not all the dogs are the same. They're not. These are not cars. You know, they're not coming from a manufacturer and they're all gonna act and behave the same. So I'm like, all right, but I'm like, this is the pick of the litter. So I'm like, I got it made. So I got him. Again, I was very proud, and that's why I named him that. I would have, if I was trying to get or do something. First, why would I spend money on money? Why would I send him? Do a lot of these things for Chico if I wasn't trying to help him. As a matter of fact, one of you guys from Pennsylvania, that follows Chico, I sent one of you guys one of his shirts from New York, and I wrote it in there, chosen few New York. Okay, I wrote it, I sent it to him. Chico didn't give me money for it. She's like, oh, just mail it for him. I'm like, everything, just mail it. Everything, just, never give money. But I'm like, all right, no whatever, it's just money, I'll do it. But if you're out there and you're still promoting him, I'm the one that sent you that shirt. Pennsylvania, I believe. I didn't keep any information because no need for it. But it wasn't him, it was me that sent it to you. All right, just keep that in mind. But so I was so proud of getting him, and when I got the ADBA papers. Yes, I do have ADBA papers for Simone, and I was so proud. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna get these big. So eventually, I'm gonna have like one of these big ones. You get it? Big ones. I even sent a picture. I was gonna send. Let me make sure I'm covering everything I need to do. I cover everything I need to cover. So that I even saying that guy, that's pretty much around the age that I got him. Maybe like 15 days before that. So he was a big boy. He was already, he wasn't, he was at least 3 months. I would have to check the paperwork. But I got all this because I purposely wanted to keep all these records for for myself. Of this great dog that I told you I was gonna get, and I was the enforcer, for Chico for a couple of years on Facebook and other things, other places. I was the enforcer. When there was things talked, I love to talk smack. See, that came easy to me, especially in Facebook or in text or things like that. In text, I'm very good at talking smack. So I used to go and talk smack and make people feel dumb, and I do apologize to you guys that you were, trying to tell it how it is, so how it was about Chico Lopez. But I was trying to be a friend to him, and part of being a friend was defending him, and that's what I did for 2 years. I was gonna many months, but about 2 years before I got this dog. Now this dog never showed any aggression. Definitely, the dog was very strong from the beginning. I always felt it for his age that he was going to be a strong dog, and he became a very strong dog. He's a very strong puller. I never deny that. He's a very good athletic dog. He has one splat foot. The front, I think, is the left one. He has a splat, so that's going to be an issue perhaps, if depending on what he's going to be doing in the future. If there's a lot of stress, but other than that, he was a good dog. High metabolism. The other issue would be that he was a barker. But I think that's a trait of Chico. Like, he likes those dogs that bark a lot, that act a fool. Because even the Bagman dog was also a barker, so I'm thinking that that was part of the things that he chose to do, pick the barkers and thinking that's game. But thank God, at this point in my life, oh no, I'm not giving them any commercials. The music, I mean, I don't monetize. I'm not gonna let them, But anyway, so let me show you guys. I know you guys saw some in my video. Here you go. I'm crate training them or getting them used to being in the cage for a while. I'm gonna move those males back, or I might just use the same one in the bottom and switch them so that they can start getting used to. That's a Gran Simon right here. He's sleeping now. Yeah. And see the back. Excuse me. That's the other ones over there. Taking it easy. So anyway, him saying all these things, it's just childish, about me being gay, about all the things, just silliness, he talks about me being a stutterer. So? I stutter? So what? Doesn't mean, I could tell you, Chico. I'm going to say it. I told you in Spanish, I'm going to tell you in English. Yes, I stutter. I used to stutter more when I was younger. And I'm going to stutter less as I get older. As I continue doing these videos, these videos have helped me a lot because I'm an introvert. I've always been an introvert. But luckily in school, I never got bullied. Never. And not because people were nice. No, because I was the boss. I was the leader in my classes. My classes and the classes around it, they would not mess with me. And if a new student came to the class and just said something, he would get a beat down. I was the boss. I was in a class in a school that was for rough people. Okay, there was no sissiness in my classes. My school was pretty rough. I never got bullied. Never got bullied, bro. And you think that you're going to be, intimidate me or something like that when I know you're a cur, you're so scared of me that you won't even talk about fighting me. I even told you in person, remember when you were making that video by the river in Yonkers and that I was recording? I told you afterwards, you were lucky that when we had an issue prior, that I didn't see you because I was going to beat your ass and say, you were lucky. You looked at me and you stood quiet like a little bitch. And you are, but that's okay. At the time, I'm like, lucky now I don't want to beat your ass right now, I told you. Remember that? By the river? So that's why you know that I'm real. I'm a real guy. You're probably the only person I'd probably be down to getting arrested if I could get you in the street and have time to get you a good beat down. Not just a couple of smacks. I mean, good beat down, getting you on the floor, break your nose, just give you nice, beautiful life scars for life. That's what I meant to say. So you could, every time you see me yourself, see those scars, you remember me. But you don't want to do that. You're pretty much a cur. You want those dogs to be your strength because you're not strong. This is what this is true now. This is one time that it's true. Like people say that people want pit bulls because they have inferiority complex or small man issues. For you, it is true. It is true because you can't even curl. You can't even curl the fucking 5-pounder. It was, what the hell is this, bro? You're pathetic, and you want to talk about being a man. You can't even you can't even do exercise. I don't even know why Thais even paid attention to you. Thais, you still got time, girl. You still got time. But anyway, this is not about them. I keep forgetting that it's about Simon. I appreciate Simon. I appreciate that he taught me all these quirks about some breeders and what they think is not what they show, is not what they produce. I learned to listen to other people saying, hey, he's a jerk. And they could, it is what it is. I appreciate you. I apologize for those individuals that I did insult. Again, I learned a lot from Simon. He's going to make somebody happy. He's a nice dog. I trained him a lot to be good in the house. He no longer barks. He's not a barker. And if he gets to that barking, there's commands that remind him that the barking is not allowed. So either one of these individuals that comes first will have a good dog. We'll have to be strong enough to hold them or tie them by the waist or something, because it's not for sissies to hold. That's for sure. But again, animal aggression, I don't think it's going to happen. You know, and even, check this out, and even if this guy turned on, I will, not something I want. A dog that waits until 3, 4, 5 years to turn on, that's a negative. That's not a plus. That's a negative to the breed. Simple as that. In the wild, that dog will not last. It will not. The nature will not have allowed that dog for 3, 4, 5 years to mature to be an aggressive dog. Bottom line. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is a tribute again to Simon. I'm probably going to try to see if I can find things in my old archives or something with Simon when he was young. Something else to do a second one before he leaves. And I'll probably record a little bit when the dog is being given to the person. Make sure that they don't come back and say, "Oh, look," they starve the dog for a week and then start taking pictures. This is how he gave it to me. You already see the dog is nice and healthy. It's Monday, August 2nd, I think. I think it's the 2nd, August. And you see the dog is nice and healthy. I'm probably going to do more videos on him or pictures on him, more than videos. But anyway, this is Tony Montana. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back again soon. Peace.